Last week, unless you had been living under a rock, you had to have heard that LeBron James signed with the Los Angeles Lakers for 4 years for about $38.5 million a season. Laker Nation is ecstatic. All is right in the NBA world again with the continuation of the long line of generational players coming to the Lakers for their time to lead the purple and gold to the promised land. From Wilt joining Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, Kareem and Magic, to Shaq teaming up with Kobe, it is now LeBron's time. I've been a Laker fan for as long as I can remember, and while I love seeing Kareem and Magic, and I was over the moon when Shaq signed, I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to get behind LeBron leading the Lakers. Those who know me will attest to the fact that I have been critical of LeBron since he left the Cavaliers in the 2010 offseason for Miami. Up until then, I had a lot of respect for James. There was no doubt in my mind that he could lead the Cavaliers to a title or two, especially after what he did in 2007 as a 22-year-old, taking the Cavs all the way to the finals. Unfortunately, it seems that James didn't have as much faith in himself as I did. There are 3 things that I'm having a really hard time getting over, and I just don't know if I ever will, to be able to cheer for LeBron in my beloved Laker purple and gold. Firstly, look, it wasn't even the fact that LeBron decided to leave Cleveland in the prime of his career to join another team to chase rings that bothered me. It was how he left. Most of the world has seemed to have forgotten the decision, but I can't.
The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
That press conference in Miami, not 1, not 2, not 3. I'm not sure if there was anyone more happy than I was that next June watching Dirk and the Mavs beat the Heat in the finals. Okay, maybe Dirk, Jason Kidd, and Mark Cuban might have been happier, but I even forgot about how those same Mavs swept my Lakers out of the playoffs in round 2. After that loss to the Mavs in the finals, the press conference that he gave, when asked if it bothered him that so many people were happy to see him fail, this is what he had to say.
At the end of the day, all the people that was rooting on me to fail, at the end of the day, they got to wake up tomorrow and have the same life that they had before they woke up today. They got the same personal problems that they had today. And I'm going to continue to live the way I want to live and continue to do the things that I want to do with me and my family and be happy with that. So, they can get a few days or a few months or whatever the case may be on being happy about not only myself, but the Miami Heat not accomplishing their goal, but, they got to get back to the real world at some point.
To me, what he basically meant was, I'm still rich, and at the end of the day, I'll still be rich, and the haters can gloat now, but soon they'll have to go back to their unhappy, poor lives. I lost a lot of respect for him that day, for sounding so bitter and going that extra mile to belittle those who were rooting against him. What a great role model. The attitude and the whining just seemed to get more and more pronounced after that, and so did the flopping on the floor. I don't think I've ever seen anyone, except for maybe a soccer player, blatantly flop as hard as he started to. All this just started to really annoy me. Second, James ended up staying a grand total of 4 years in Miami. In the 2014 offseason, he decided to opt out of his contract and go back to Cleveland because he owed it to the city. There was this whole narrative of "I'm coming home" that was being spun, which I didn't really buy. The Spurs had just walked all over LeBron and the Heat in the 2014 finals, and if I could see that things were starting to unravel in Miami, I'm sure LeBron and his cam could as well. Cleveland, meanwhile, was in a pretty solid position now. They had a cupboard full of assets, back-to-back #1 overall picks, cap space, and not to mention a pretty talented sidekick, 2012 Rookie of the Year, Kyrie Irving. Last but not least, in 2016, he led the Cavaliers to a thrilling 7-game upset over the Warriors, who amassed the best record ever in the regular season. Quite an accomplishment, leading the Cavs all the way back from 3-1 down and bringing a long-awaited championship to the city of Cleveland. The picture of him walking away with the Finals MVP and the Larry O'Brien trophy epitomizes the self-centered and conceited person that I see that James has become. It was him that had brought Cleveland that championship, not the team. He had done it. And in the offseason, he demanded that his guys, Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith, and Iman Shumpert, get paid. The Cavs gave him what he wanted, and now they were up against the salary cap. James then goes to the media and whines that management is doing nothing to add help for him. What do you expect them to do when you saddled them with all these bad contracts? And 2 years later, in 2018 in the offseason, LeBron leaves again, this time to Los Angeles, and leaves the Cavaliers in disarray yet again. Look, I'm not denying that LeBron James is a great player. He also sounds like a decent human being who has done a lot for his community. I'm just not a fan of what I've seen him become from 2010 until now, and I can't see myself cheering for him, even if he's playing for my team. Only time will tell, I guess. Check back with me in January. I wonder if any other Laker fans feel the same way. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.